Hi there, it's Kim Ball, and I'm back with another installment for the energy series. And let's just talk about energy for a second. Energy, like I said in the first video, is that driving force in all living things. It's what makes the world go round, okay? There's energy, a subtle energy, within every interaction that we have. Interaction with animals, with other people. There's an energy connected with our every thought. And that brings me to the topic for today, your mindset, okay? There is a way to completely zap and deplete every energy store in your body by how you think. And there's a way to lift up your energy and have more vitality within your everyday by the way you think as well. It's our thoughts, our mindset, our mentality, our mental disposition toward a certain topic or a happening, whatever it is. Our thoughts are very powerful and they have energy attached with them, okay? Now, we are not all where we want to be in life, right? A lot of us are getting there, but we're not quite there. And there are ways of dealing with that want and that sometimes dissatisfaction that will drain you of your energy stores and pretty much make it all but impossible to gather up that oomph to reach for what you want, okay? It's kind of counterproductive. If you're telling yourself certain things that are depleting you of energy, you'll never have the energy to actually go for those goals that you want. And that type of thing, those types of instances are when you are complaining all the time. Maybe you're the type of person that people don't want to be around because you're just always complaining about this that's happening and that that's happening, and that you're not where you want to be, and that you are never going to make as much money as you want, you're never going to have the body that you want, and how annoying. Not being honest with yourself. This is something I deal with fairly often in my profession. People living in denial. They come in and they want your help, but then, well, I eat fine already. There's nothing I can do. I've done everything that I can, and I do as much as I can fit in for my workouts, and you can't help them because they're living in denial. They don't see where they need to improve. Very frustrating. Being unwilling to face their fears. Okay, we all have fears. I'm a very fearful person, which some people don't know because I always face my fears, okay? Being a gymnast for 15 years, I was afraid of everything. But I've made it my mission to always, no matter how long it takes, face those fears, whether they're physical fears like in a sport such as that, or fears as to, public speaking or making these videos or talking to people that might be intimidating. Being unwilling to face your fears. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I've heard people before say that that's the definition of insanity, and I agree, because what will happen with that is you're just never going to be satisfied. You're never going to get energy. It's just going to drain you every time you keep doing the same thing. And then you're going to end up complaining to people, and they're not going to want to be around you. And, it's time to face those fears, to take risks, to try something new. But the final thing before I head on to what we can do with our mindset, the negative mindset, that's sometimes the worst, is being a victim. Oh, I can't believe this happened to me. Oh, and just being a victim in your own life. You're in control, maybe not of everything. You're not in control of what the driver over there is doing when they, run a red light and almost crash into you. You're not in control of other people's moods, but you're in control of how you deal with everything. Don't be the victim. Now, what can we do with our mindset to keep our cup of energy full, okay? The purpose of these videos, to try and remind you how to lift up your energy so that you have some stores from which to pull from during your day, no matter how busy you are, no matter how many responsibilities you have. Take responsibility for you. Don't blame others. Don't be that victim and, oh, well, if so-and-so didn't do that, I wouldn't be in the position I am today, or complaining about what's happening at work, or complaining about your genetics and how you'll never be, you'll never look like Angelina Jolie. Take responsibility, okay? Be honest about where you currently are and what you'll need to change in order to get where you want to be, okay? Get out of living in denial. Actually face those things about you that maybe you don't like. Face those tasks that you need to try in order to get to where you want to be. Sometimes they're difficult. Going and starting an exercise program is not easy. Changing your eating habits that you've had your whole life is not easy. Starting a new business, totally difficult, okay? But you got to be honest, and you got to at least be willing to think about, okay, what do I need to do? And then you got to take risks and actually do them, no matter how long it takes you. Plunge into your fears head first. Because if you aren't where you want to be, then what do you have to lose? It's much more satisfying to try and fail than to just stay frozen in one place and to never know if it would have worked. Okay, and sometimes that failing just kind of shows you what not to do next time. So mindset, your thought process, the way that you think about things, completely and utterly important if you want to have energy and satisfaction in your life. Okay, so work on that this week, and I'll be back next week with some more. This is Kim Ball from Deliberate Movement, deliberatemovementlbc.com. That's where you can find me. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.